All right, so we got an absolute ton of strawberries. Okay, these are the other strawberries that my girlfriend had grown for me. These are like a white and a yellow alpine type strawberry. They're more of a wild strawberry, but we're going to be planting them to try and use as a ground cover, especially in the one guild that I'll show you when we get down there. And today we're going to, because we're got what 10 degrees right now, it's fairly decent out. Definitely going to go and try and plant as many as we can of these. I don't know how many I'll get through. And I'm going to do some bare root planting. So we're going to get our shag bark hickory nuts and we're going to get up to the bare root cage there, and we're going to set that up and get that going too. So we're going to do all natural this year and see how she works out. And if it doesn't work that well this year, the next year I will just be doing cold stratification in the fridge, and we'll see how that goes. So let's get these loaded up and get out there. All right, here we are. I've already done a little bit of work here. Just got rid of some of the weeds. You know how it is. And yeah, we're gonna check on our boxes. I think our boxes are still holding up okay. So again, we just have our shag bark hickory, and we're gonna plant them really close together, like so. Get a little more in there, and we're just gonna spread them out and push them in by hand, just like that. Just like that. Real simple, easy peasy. We'll get some of this stuff. Throw it over top really lightly. I don't need a lot. And I scrape back some of the wood chips that I used here, so get that back over there like so. Really easy peasy. I mean, this stuff's not a brain surgery, so we'll just kind of move that stuff out of the way here. And I'm not worried about the old nuts that are in there. If they sprout, they sprout. If they don't, oh well. Just like so. And that's it. Just like that. Touch them down. You don't need them on top of each other, but side by side, you know, they'll be fine. They'll be fine. Again, we just lightly cover like so. And we're gonna let these do the outdoor winter stratification, cold stratification. Give it a little tap down. You can see I'm just tamping it down a little bit. And that's it for one box. We have 2 more boxes to go. So let's get on that. And one more container of hickory nuts. So, and you can eat these things raw, you can roast them, you can do anything you want with a hickory nut, which I didn't know until I moved to the farm, that hickory nuts are quite the nut to have. So they take up to 40 years before they start to, they say up to 40 years before they start to nut, before your trees start giving nuts. So that's why it's so important and to keep some of the more adult trees and protect them, because, well, it takes so long to get them new again, or to get the new ones, the small ones, to start producing again. So we're gonna get that, push that out of the way like so. Again, try to keep your wood chips and stuff on top, and try not to mix it into your wood or into your soil as much. Just like so. And I got a few other things I can probably throw in here, and I probably will, like, you know, a few peaches and a few plums or whatever else comes into play. But that's what we're gonna do. So we're just gonna finish off this last one, cover them, and you only have to be covered lightly. You don't want them to be buried down. It's just, you got to think in nature. They drop the nut, and even a squirrel only buries it like an inch under the ground. So don't go too much further than that. And that's about it, folks. So we're gonna get down there, and so we're gonna finish this up right here, this last one, and then we're going to head down to the strawberries, and I'll show you that guild and how we're really trying to beef up that one guild anyways for now, and then we'll move on to other guilds. All right, now that we're done that, just one last thing before we head down to the guild there is we're just gonna throw some cedar mulch in here. Just grab a little bit, just a nice light layer on top, just mimicking nature. If the nuts fell off the tree, they'd land on top of the ground. When fall comes, it's gonna drop the leaves just on top of it, allowing that protection and that moisture to retain, you know, underneath the leaves, to give it enough moisture and enough cold stratification to germinate. And that's it. Like, we're not doing a lot here, just a little. I don't need a lot on this. There's already some in there, and I don't feel like I need to raise chips on this because they're already covered under a layer of dirt or soil. You know, my friend hates it when I call it dirt, but it is dirt. And that's it. We're done here. We're gonna head on the guild, so come on with me. That's why I call it Squirrel Alcatraz here. Get this in here. Get up there. And then that's it. Keeps the squirrels out. Hopefully keeps the rats out. Now it's protected for the winter. All right, here's my guild I was referring to. This is a horseshoe guild right here. You can see coming all the way around. Blackberries, some other stuff here. We got some blueberries, and so on and so forth. Weeping mulberry, which struggles a little bit in that spot, but we're gonna try and work on that. We're gonna get some more mulch down here. And again, we've got our vines, our cold-hearted kiwi. So we're really hoping for them to come in next year, come into their own. And a couple of loganberries, boysenberry, raspberry over here. This is the center guild. As you can see, I've already started. If you'll check out some of my other videos, I'll try to leave that one at the end so you can see it. Is putting in these strawberries that my girlfriend already gave me. We've got at least 10 strawberries in already, and we're hoping that they're gonna spread right out, you know, and really cover. Because I'd rather have that than a lot of this grass and weeds that get so tall in here, and it's really hard to manage. So that's why we're doing it like this. So we're gonna start here. I'm gonna put this, you know, I don't know, 4 or 5 in this little spot here, 4 or 5 over in that spot over there, and another one on the other side of it. And we'll see how that goes. So let's see how much we can get done. And then maybe I'll do something else, but maybe that'll be the end of the video. I'm not sure. So we'll start off with one hole. As you can see, it's about twice the size of the bucket. And yeah, same old on everything. Twice the size of the bucket. Fill it in with what you can. Dirt, soil, compost, whatever you need. But everything in the pots are that good soil that my girlfriend had bought just to fill up the pots. So let's get going. All right, here we have it. I got 6 in here, you know, I got another 5 here. Oh, what's that, 2, 4, 5, yeah, 5 more there from the other side. This is the other 5 that I did for with mulch and using wood as nursery logs, as they could call it. Again, more 4 more here. So we got 10 in. I got 4 more over here. I'm not gonna put them in right now. I'm a little tired after putting in 10. And you know, planning the rest of it. So well, we'll straighten that up in a second. And then again, I added a little bit of wood chips over there, which I have another, you know, 16 bags left. And I'll slowly just keep finding spots to which deserve it, like this pecan. Helps keep the roots warm or keeps them protected over the winter. Keeps the moisture into the ground a lot longer, so less watering. And you can see my pond. It's okay in the big pond, the small pond's drying right out. So either I hope we get like a really good rain, or I hope the ground freezes a little bit more and then fills up, because, well, it's a little bit lower than I wanted it to be. Unfortunately, there's nothing I could do about that. I had to pull the pump out because it was freezing. And again, here is I believe this is a cherry. This is a donator from Ed Tardulos. And again, I'm gonna put a few more strawberries in here. Some more mulch. I'll get more mulch in here as we go. And we'll see how these fare next year. We'll be putting more mulch in here. There's some in there already, but obviously not enough. And we have more of this plank wood to be spreading around. As you can see, I use it. It's gonna be used everywhere. It's going to help prevent the weeds. It's also helped keep the moisture in and creates a mycorrhizal fungal that's good for growth, for roots that fruit trees need. And that's pretty much it. So that's it for this weekend. I want you to come back next week when we make another video. And this is what we're doing. So again, I'm just over here in my food forest. And this is like November, I believe it's November 21st. And this is what it looks like again, we're just gonna keep building up this middle. I want this one really to be solidified, really get those strawberries in there, and hope they really take next year and get nice and bushy and cover the weeds. That's the idea. And if not, well, there'll be strawberries in there somewhere, but the weeds will take over. So we'll just see how it goes. And that's it. All right, stay safe. See you next week.